early today. I don't know why it's such a doggone delay. What am I stuck on? Here we go. To always get it to come up on the computer. It's my gripe and groan complaint. What can I say? What can I say? Done. Bye. Now, see? Then I gotta find you on here. Hello, everybody. So while that's coming on, hey, Charlotte. Hey, Sally. Hey, Kay. Hey, Kate. Hey, Kate. Hey, Debbie. I am back in my craft room. Hey, Barb. I know. I gotta keep you guys guessing where I'm gonna be, you know? It makes it more fun. What I've had, this is, well, let's see, upstairs dining room, my friends, let's see, upstairs dining room, living room, my friend's fireplace, her bedroom. So 5 places I've been in. Why not? What the heck? Okay, goodbye, Miss Heather. All right, so let's get it going. Let's see. Oh, gotta put the glasses on. I was gonna have the phone flipped this time so that if it's flipped, I can see where I am all the time because that's direct. But if I do that, you see everything backwards, and I didn't want that. Hey, Julie. Hey, Connie. I know, it was hot as heck here today. I just wasn't like, hey, Nell. Hey, Sherry. Yep, that's fine, Connie. I was not feeling well this morning. I got up and I was just like, I think it was just from lack of sleep and everything from this past weekend. And getting back and just chilling, and I was just like, oh, I got up at 7:30 and because no workers today. So happy about that. That's a whole nother story with those guys. Hello, Miss Angela. My friend Angela, all the way from Hawaii. Hello. How are you? I saw your pictures of your little one's birthday. Tell him happy birthday. All right, so today we're going to do a pancake wreath because I just feel like doing one. So what we're going to do is this one. It says a great golfer lives here with the best score of his life. So I thought that would be kind of cute to do. And I've had the ribbon and I've had the sign. I just hadn't done it. So we're going to use this ribbon. I'll do it this way. We're going to do this ribbon. Yes, please. Sprinkle. That's a cute word, Julie. Sprinkle the love. Yes, spread the love. You see my little sign here, okay? There it is. Right there. We're going to use these 2 ribbons for the tails today. And then the bow, if you guys watched my live from Saturday night, we did this bow. And you remember I said you can add a little accent here? So I put the golf ball and tee in there. So see how that just kind of made the ribbon pop? Excuse me. And we haven't cut these yet. Hey, Ann. Hi, Barbara. So I figured, you know, once we get it all together, we can cut the tails down. But see, it was just like, it was made to be with this sign. Because I was like, oh, let me pull out the bows that I did. And maybe I was going to do a fall one. And then I was like, oh, got to do the golfer one. So this is your 14.5. Hey, now. Yes, bless, love. That S word that's down there. Okay, use the emojis. This is about 14.5 inch frame. You can get it anywhere. If it's your first time watching, type the word alert into below so that you can get alerts from me. And when you do, Rosie will send you a message. Respond back to her in the messenger, the word alert. You can also hit on the screen anywhere. Those 3 little dots will pop up. Hit notifications up there as well. Yes, we don't use the thumbs up button, which is the L-I-K-E button. If you notice, that's not on my little emoji thing down here. So they want you to respond with one of the emojis or put your own emojis and stuff in there and comment away. Okay, so what I did, I kind of pre-did this. So we're going to play with this today because if you use the regular size pipe cleaner, it's way too long for what you need for the pancake wreath. And half is even just a little bit too long. So some of these look longer because I had extra ones. These are all extra pieces that I had, you know, that I saved from other projects and stuff. So, you know, I said, well, let's see if this will work. If not, I have extra ones. And I thought I'd mix it up and do some light green mixed up with the dark green, you know, just to give it some character. So I have 6 tied in the middle, which are on the bars. And I have then in between those bars, I have 6 going around the outside. So there's only 12. And this is my mesh. This is really good. They should get it out then, Sally. Sally, they have until July. And that's Facebook. And everything is still, you know, how they do this. They're testing things and all. So there's nothing I can do. But I'm trying to stay proactive. And just try to stay a little bit ahead of the game. And then if they go back to the old way, then I'll go back to the old way. You know how that goes. So this is poly jute mesh. And this is actually really nice. The poly being the plastic, the jute being, you know, this, the brown. But it's like really stiff. It's not like flimsy like some of them is. Some of them is. Some of them are. Good English for me. Oh, who put sad faces up there? No sad faces. See, there's no sad faces there. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I cut these in, it's 10-inch mesh, cut it 20 inches long, okay? And this is going to be really tight. Now, I've already done all the other ones, but of course I got to do them with you guys. And this is the other one I was thinking about doing tonight, was this one. So I have ribbon here, debating on my ribbon. So depending how quick this goes, maybe tonight, maybe save that for another night with you guys. So let's go. So we're going to scrunch, scrunch, scrunch really tight. Whoops. Because I'm doing it with the curl side down. You can do it with the curl side up. I just do it with the curl side down. I just want to put that on there to hold it out for me. So how is everybody? Is everybody going to go away this weekend or not? This month was my last trip. And I'm not going anywhere until we go away on vacation for a week. That's when I'm gonna go. Oh, God, my eye is itching. Oh, excuse me. All right, doesn't matter where you start, whichever color for me that I want. And I think this may just really work. We'll see. I may have to extend some of these. It may not work what I thought it would work. We'll see. All right, then you take your curls and look at how awkward that one is. I did something wrong there. Something wrong. Something wrong. How about putting it in the middle? That might work. Whoop. All right, back in the box, as they say. Really tight. Twist it. I just twist it like a half and a half, so maybe a whole. And I really like this. Now, like I said, it's really stiff. So we'll see how this works. Because I was debating about doing the second row of this. Oh my God, my eye. But I'm thinking this might be enough. This might, if I do a second row, it's going to make it really poofy up there, and I may not want that. And then my friend Johanna got me these little clips. Because I was using the, of course, the Dollar Tree clothespins, and they would shoot off, and I didn't have enough. And you know what? I do not have, that one's not long enough. That one's not long enough. So I have extra here, just in case. Hopefully the dark green ones are good, because I don't think I have any extra of those. Oh, I have one. There we go. Boy, that's not even, is it? Is it? Hey, thank you, buddy. Hey, Janet, hello. How are you? Oh, you guys having bad storms down there, Kate? We haven't had anything yet. Sometimes you guys get it, or we'll get it, you won't get it. You know, you get snow, we don't get snow. So I have to tell you, Miss Kate, who's on here, Miss Kate Gregory, she was down where I was this weekend. And it was so funny. We were at the same bingo place, you know, supporting the rescue. And she, you know, was looking at me, you know how you just smile at people and you're like, hey, you know. And she goes to me, are you the lady that makes wreaths? So I was like, well, yeah. So I'm thinking my friend Johanna told her that I make wreaths, you know. Hey, Katie. Katie. Wait, Katie. Look, I got them. Yeah, I got them. Yay. So I've been using them, which we're going to go over later because I cut the ribbon, so I was going to show them how because I used the 12-inch one today. Hey, Karen. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Gwen. I'm missing some comments here. So Kate, she was down there and she's asking me if I was the lady, and I was like, well, yes, I am the lady that makes wreaths. So, like I said, I'm thinking my friend told her, and she was, I follow you, and I was like, it caught me so off guard because I didn't expect to meet a follower, you know, down where I was, you know, like, you know, if you go to a craft convention or something, maybe you might meet the person. I know, I'm so excited, Katie. Hey, Sharon. Getting kicked off. Oh, maybe it's because you had thunderstorms, Kate. So, so she started talking to me, and I totally didn't pick up that she was watching me on the lives. And then finally she, you know, mentioned it, and I said, well, what's your name? And I remembered her name only because, not only, but because she had a problem getting, you know, on my likes and all, and I get the messages, you know, through my mini chat. And I always try to respond to those messages. And I said, oh, really? I said, well, let me help you. And I did it, and she was able to get on. Hey, Shelly, how are you? What was those 3 things? What 3 things? Oh, I'm going to talk about those. I will talk about those. See, this one's too short, too. See, I wasn't sure if some of these would work. But we got them. Those are called the perfect tails. Thank you. Yes, spread the love. So what the perfect tails are, Katie S. Salvatore, my Italian friend. Am I correct to say, and please correct me if I'm wrong, that you're not doing the spring colors anymore? I know you have the fall colors out. Am I correct to say that? These are called perfect tails. So when you're doing your ribbon tails, you can either select, these are all labeled 12, 13, or 14 inches. And they call it perfect tails, and they come from the Soul Sisters with an A, not an E-R-S, Soul Sister, okay? And you can put your tail, your ribbon, and you wrap it around, and then you can cut it at the top and the bottom, and then you have perfect tails. So everybody kept telling me, you gotta get the perfect tails, and I said, yes, I know, it was on my to-do list to get. Hey, Claudia, because I would always pull mine out and cut it, pull it out and cut it, each individual one. That was good English. And so I finally got them. I had it on, you know, it takes a while to make because Amanda, you know, I believe it's Amanda, them down, that was good English too, down south in Alabama, they were making them by hand. And so they're handmade with a lot of love and a lot of TLC. So it does take a little bit before you get it, but I'll tell you what, I love my tails. Love my tails. What am I doing? Oh. Whoop, come here. So Karen Fallon, if you're still on, your husband may like this one. Spring colors are, oh, they are. They are extremely, yeah, they are. I do like the popular ones. I do like the fall colors as well. But the only reason why I chose this is because purple's my color. I had to have purple. Hey, Denise. How did you do the mesh? Okay, no problem, Janet. What I did with the mesh, I cut it. This is at 20 inches long. It's 10-inch mesh. And we're just scrunching it up. It's just like doing a ruffle. You're just making sure this is a little bit tighter because we're going to make this a little bit fatter. This is the pancake one. You've done this. I think you've done this. Yeah, you're welcome, Shelly. So, yeah, if you want the perfect tails, go to the Soul. You can find them on the Soul Sister Community, as well as you can go. I believe they're on Etsy too, right, Katie? keep getting knocked off. I'm not getting knocked off, y'all. Y'all must be having some thunderstorms by y'all. Hey, Nancy. Hey, Deb. Let me fix this one, too. I'm just going to make it long. So you could bring a little, you know, if you want to save some pipe cleaners. That's why I had these all extra ones over here. Hey, Deb. If it's your first time watching, go ahead and type the word alert down below. Rosie, my robot, will go ahead and send you a message in your personal messenger. Make sure you respond back with the word alert to her. And anywhere on this page, on this lovely face of mine, you can hit the three, hit it, and 3 little dots will pop up. And you can hit to get notifications there as well. Yeah, come here. So I'm talking really fast. See, I'm a New Yorker now. We like, hey, baby, go. We do not sit around and mess around. That one's going to be too short, too. Oops, let me get my thing. Hey, Bobby. Oh, renovations? What renovations? Seriously, girl, let me just tell you. So Friday, I waited to leave and to go, when I went Friday to go visit my son. He lives close to Richmond, and his girlfriend. Well, she had to work, so I didn't get to see her. But going down to support an animal rescue league in their community down there to raise money. So anyway, that being said, so I waited to late morning to leave, and my husband came home so that I could leave, and nobody showed. Go figure. Really. Yes. Thank you, guys. Thanks to Linda Regina. Yay. So that's where it is. So I was like, because the one guy, the new guy, had said that, you know, he had told me they were going to start tiling on Friday. Well, I was like, really? I said, who's getting the tile? Because, you know. So, all right. So I'm just kind of squishing, making sure that, ouch, this is down because it is going to be the pancake wreath. And so no tiles were delivered on Friday at all. So on my way home yesterday, I texted the main contractor and I said, I just want to make sure in case they were delivered already, but you know, because I'm away. And I said that the tiles are there so that, oh, I'm talking again, I'm not doing it right. And so that they can start tiling on Monday. And he says, oh, yeah, you know, he'll be there. We're doing tiling on Tuesday. So I said, well, does that mean nobody's coming today? And he goes, oh, no, they'll be there. And I'm like, okay. And he goes, and I'll be there bringing stuff. Okay, what time is it? It's 7:15 my time, Eastern. Nobody showed up. Nobody brought anything or anything. We sat around all day. Well, I did, and then my husband came home, which is good because I wasn't feeling well, so I went upstairs and took a nap. So that's where the renovations are, but they're supposed to be here tomorrow. But the new guy, I messaged him before I didn't know this, and I said, hey, Eli, just to let you know, I have to run on base, the military base, because I donated a wreath for one of the schools there. They're having their spring festival thing, and I was asked. So I ran to go give them the wreath, but I'll be right back with the doors open for you. And when I got the message back 2 hours later from him, he said, I don't know what you're talking about because we're not going to be there till Tuesday. And I said, well, John said you were going to be here. He goes, I don't know why he said that. And I'm like, good question. So that's where we are. Yeah. So we have this I call Chicken Little ribbon. I don't know. It's like farmhouse, red and white stripe, like it's dotted. And I have the golfing ribbon. So I cut both of these at 12 inches. With my perfect tails, so I'll show you how this works. I'll use the big one because it will be easier to see. I don't need to cut any technically for this, but I'll show you how it works. So you take whatever size. These come in 12, 13, 14. I believe there were other sizes too. But these are the ones mostly that I use. So I chose to go these. I haven't done anything bigger, and I haven't done anything smaller for that reason. Ooh, that is like sharp little things sticking out of there. It's the wire. I tried to push it back in, but it didn't want to go. All right. So you would put it on your board. Again, your perfect tails from the Soul Sisters. And you would hold it like that, and you would wrap it around. So each one of these is one length of what you need, and you just keep wrapping it around till you get to the amount that you need. And then when you do, you cut off the bottom. You take your ribbon. Now you can do this however way you want to take it off. This is I'm still practicing with mine, and this of course isn't all the way. I cut it here and cut it in the bottom, and then they're done. So that's how they are. Hey Gail, how are you? I am from Springfield, Virginia. Where are you from, Gail? Let me roll this back up. Roll out the barrels. So what I'll do is I'll put them up front here, and maybe if you guys want it, I don't have a web or anything from that, but just look up the Soul Sisters. They have a community website. Find it there. I'm sure you'll find them on Etsy as well. I want to do it so you can read it. So these are the 12, 13, and 14-inch ones. Canada! Hey, Canada. Welcome to the house, Miss Canada. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so I've already cut these. So you fold them in half, you know, to get your little crease. Then you're just going to ruffle and scrunch it up. Ooh, I'm just like all thumbs today. I'm going to do this so it's like a V because I want them sticking out, because when we put the other layer on top of this, you won't see it if you don't. All right, and I may just make this with this one. Ooh, I did. So let me just fix this. There we go. And you can either, you have an option. I can't move you guys in closer. I can if you want to see closer, but you won't see me. So let me know. If you want it closer, I would have no problem doing that. So you can either leave it, you know, your option. It's your design. You can leave them on top of each other. If you want to spread them out like this, you can. You can use 2 2.5 inch, 2 1.5 inch. I chose this time to do one of each, you know, on it. It's your design. Just be creative. All right, so we're not going to take these and curl them up, you know, like normally you would curl it up like a wreath, the normal wreath, but this is the pancake wreath. So we're going to make sure that they stay flat, okay? Because everything's flat like a pancake. Oh, it's grabbing the wrong thing. So we're just going to do this going around. So with the renovations, I told when I found out that nobody was coming today, and I said, we're going to hold you to it. You said you would have this done in 2 weeks, and 1 week is gone already. And there were, Monday we met the guy, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday they worked, and nobody came Friday. And he goes, so I said, that's 2 days of credit. That's how I roll. So he's like, what? They weren't there for 2 days? Because he said, oh, I let them run their own job, you know. I was like, yeah, because you what was that? Subletted it out. Like pipes or something in the house. Now, because I'm not putting anything else on this, I twist the twist ties, you know, all the way up. That one's a little small. And I'm just going to cut it enough and take it and just roll it down. Hey, Melissa. How are you, my friend? Let me tell you, Melissa has been working very, very hard. She's been redoing her Etsy page. She's been redoing, she started her VIP group, and she's in the Buckeye Girls and Recent Things. And she has been working on her Pinterest. So let me tell you, if somebody who is not dedicated at what their job, their business is, she is one dedicated woman. So kudos to you, Miss Melissa. Hey, Leslie, how are you? So give her a shout out, give her some love, you know, put some hearts on her thing there. Hey, did I say hey, Leslie? Yes, I did. So let's put this one in here. And I never in the beginning of my page say who I am. You know why? Because I'm so used to wearing this apron, and I have my little sign there. But my name is Carolynne. But everybody calls me Nana, Nona. So it's like I answer to whatever. Whatever. Oh, thanks. See, look at all that love, Melissa. Yes. We spread the love, we share, we work with each other. We're not against each other. We help each other. That's the way we roll. There we go. And the reason why I did the green pipe stems, because, you know, oh, so I didn't tell you that. So the sign is green, right? So the green grass. The brown, I chose the brown and the light color and dark color, because it's like the sand, you know, when they get stuck in those sand pits or sand dunes. I don't play golf, so I don't know what they call them. Sand dunes? Sand pits? Hey, Laura. Hey, Beth. Like me, everyone calls me Buckeye. Because everybody calls you Buckeye because you always put your business page up and it was always Buckeye Girls Recent Things. But now that you've gone to Melissa, now they know who you actually are. Sand dunes. Okay. What did I say? Sand pits? I don't know. Golf. Did you see my little thing? I put, if you looked at my page, it has the, what do you call it? The T. You know, with you stick in the ground, and then the black for like the 4, like par 4. And I was like, I don't know what par 4 means. You know, everybody yells 4, you know, all the time. I don't know what that means. So if y'all know what it means on here, let me know, because I don't know. I played golf once, real golf once, and so here's the history. My dad was a cinnamon photographer, so he used to film movies and shows and things. For like the Rat Pack back in the day. So we were actually up in Massachusetts with Lloyd Bridges. So you guys know Bo Bridges and Jeff Bridges. And when I met them, they were just teenagers. And, oh, thank you guys. It keeps you from getting hit. Oh. Well, yeah, you yell, hey, 4, you know, like, hey, get out of the way or she's going to get clobbered with a ball. But yeah. Well, why can't you yell like 8, 10, or some other number? Why 4? That just seems weird. Because you'd be in hole 8 and you're yelling 4, you know. So, which is weird. So anyway, so Lloyd Bridges was up there. Now, my dad was the photographer for the show, if any of you people know, called Sea Hunt. And they were up there filming. So we were up there in the vineyards, in Martha Vineyards. My mom, took us to go play golf. Never played golf in my entire life on a real golf course. I was 8 years old, and I didn't like it because you had to hold your fingers like interlock them somehow. I can't tell you how. I don't know. Watch out for the ball. For the ball 4. Okay. Or headache. Yeah. There you go, Bobby. Hey, Donna. Still watch that, LOL. What is that? What? Yeah. You just gotta watch it so you don't get hit in the head. Before they're gonna, yeah. So, anyway. So, that's how I met Lloyd Bridges and his family. He also taught me, you know, our family, my dad was so funny, how to scuba dive. And my dad couldn't get his butt to go down in the water, so they had to put a belt on with the weights. And I still remember, you know, we were just diving, and, you know, I remember Lloyd Bridges being at the top, and it was the first time, you know, we did snorkeling. I've done snorkeling, but not scuba diving. And I remember he wanted us to test it out in the shallows, and then, you know, he'll give us a thumbs up, and I went like, and he goes, go ahead. So I went, I dove down. I was just like a little kid. I know. Do you really watch it? My dad was a photographer. There was one, I still remember we went to one of his shoots, and Lloyd Bridges was up on the bridge of the boat, and my dad, I remember being down and shooting up on an angle this way, so it would have been, I think it was the left side of Lloyd Bridges, yeah. And what they did, the boat was at a dock, so they were rocking the boat to make it as if they were out in the ocean. Pretty wild how they did those things. You know, you don't know how they do. Oh, look at it. This one I twisted around. You don't know how they do those things, but it's pretty wild if you go and you watch on the set. I just wanted to stay and watch the whole time. Hey, Adam, how are you? Hey, Janet. If it's your first time watching, type the word alert down below. Rosie, my robot, will send you a personal message. Make sure in there that you type the word alert back to her so you can get on my live alerts. And you can also tap anywhere on the page, hit those little 3 dots that says notification, and go there too. So that way you get it both ways in case she's, you know, Rosie, you know, has a mind of her own. Evening, Teresa. So I wish my Facebook page would come up, because then I can shut this down. It's Brittany, LOL. It's okay. Oh, duh. You know what, Brittany? I just saw Adam, and I'm thinking N, and I didn't even pick up. Brittany. Oops. Are you in relation to Downey Jr.? He's a hottie. He's a hottie. All right, so remember, we're going to make these like a V so that they stay down. Oops, come here, little pipe cleaner. Where are you? There you are. Like I said, I cut these really short because we're not going to need them. We're not doing anything else to them. But if you want to leave it long, you know, and then cut it at the end, it's your choice. Your choice. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I wish. Yeah, I wish too. I wish I was related to one of those movie stars. But anyway, so my dad used to do a lot of filming, and he did with the Rat Pack. And one story I still remember he told us was they were shooting on a set, and they finished the set, and he goes, it would be like 5 o'clock in the morning, and they'd be rolling out the bar, and the bar would be on set because Dean and Frankie and Sammy, Peter Lawford, which a lot of people sometimes don't associate with him and all, and they would be drinking. And at the end of the shoot, they came over to him and saying, "Hey Vic, you know, we're gonna go out," and my dad was named Victor, and go for a drink. Well, you know, why don't you come with us? And he says, no, because my dad doesn't drink. And he was like, no, thank you, but no. All right, so hey Beth, how are you? Yes, love bless my page. You see my little sign here. All right, so now we're going to do the second row. So the pipe cleaners are actually in between where the other two are set. And we're going to put this right on top, like that. I got some cable timeouts. Yes, Deb, that's where I get mine. Did you get the ones with the green back? The green back, now it doesn't, I say the word, it doesn't technically matter. I use the white ones forever, but then I realized that the green ones were made to be more durable for being outside, so if somebody hangs your wreath outside for that reason. So look how that's coming out. It looks like a baseball. If you don't know these close enough, they are golf balls, but you could do a baseball wreath like this too. All right, so let's get this other baby going. So we're going to stick around here for Memorial Weekend. I've been away the last couple of weekends a lot, and I feel bad. It just seemed like everything was, oh. How about I put all the tails in before I do ribbons? See, I get to yicky-yakking. Whoops. Oh, look at this. I have to show you this. So after I made my very first pancake wreath, I said, you know, I think I told you guys if we can make a mini one. So I thought, well, we're using 6 and 6, so I tried 3 and 3. So this is a little 8-inch one. So my theme was to do it like a yellow and green, thinking like a sunflower. So I did it, but I was like, you know what? This turned out to be more like a patriotic St. Patrick's Day wreath. The little tails, I cut it like 6 inches long. And I thought, oh my God, it's just cute. It's just a tiny little thing. But it's very see-through, so it's not something I'm proud of for that. No, they didn't have... Oh, they should have waited. But you get the white ones are fine. Wait, I gotta put my glasses on to read your comment. That's when actors knew how to act. Yes. Yeah, you know, you get, hey Jackie. It's true, that's true, Sally. It's not like now you have a lot of divas, so to speak. Are the men coming back? Yeah, yeah, they should be. Got my freaking money, Sally. That's all I can say. Teresa, I can't see your comment. There we go. Make a centerpiece. Oh, I could. But I'd have to make more mesh onto that, Melissa, and you know, I just didn't get there to do it. The tails are, oh, where'd this come from? The tails are 12 inches long and just ruffled up. And it's 20 inches, 12 inches for both the tails. This is 10-inch mesh at 20 inches long. Cut at 20 inches long. But, you know, I always say, you know, this is one person's version of doing this. But, oops, that went through the mesh. But if you want to try it with something else, making your tails longer or shorter or whatever, go for it. Okay, that dark green one might be just a wee bit too small. So hold on, because it's not staying in there. Let me clip that baby back, and I'm going to change this one out. Yeah, it just needs to be a little bit longer. So next time for me, I will cut my tails longer and not. I mean, for the most part, the little ones are doing fine. Some of these were just a little bit smaller and I wasn't sure. Whoop, back in here. Here we go. So, hoping my husband shut the door. I messaged my daughter today because I think I told you guys I was going to go fishing when we go on vacation, deep sea fishing. So it may not be for like those swordfish or tunas or something. I don't know what they have down there besides sharks down at the beach. And I asked her today, I knew she bought it for my husband to give him for Father's Day, but I didn't know, you know, everybody else, you know, my other daughter and, you know, Cassidy and her dad and all. So I was trying to feel her out, you know, because if she didn't, I was going to get her for him because all the guys' birthdays are in, you know, June. But she, you know, my other daughter bought it, so we're all going to go fishing. Well, all, was it 3, 6, 7, 8 of us are going to be fishing together out in the ocean. It's blurry. Ruth, it's not blurry. My computer and this both say it's not blurry. So what I can say is go out, take the little picture, you know, where it says the word live, go out and come back in. That's what I can tell you, and sometimes that may help. Southern Illinois, Miss Judy Ware. I lived up there in Lake Zurich for 2 years, and I know Scott's up, well, Scott's, I think, a little bit more south of where I lived. South Central, I think. So we're in the southern part. To the east side. To the... Oh, that's right, Janet. That's right. I forget. You live up there, too. Woohoo. Maybe you guys are close. You could become friends. I know Janet's like 30 minutes away from Scott, I believe. So she gets to go shop at his place. I'm so jealous. If I wanted to do that, I have to drive about probably like 10 hours to do that. And I'm like, not going to do that. I hope everyone watching that lives in these parts with extremely bad. Oh, yeah. Some people down south are having some bad weather, south of me. Now, we had some thunderstorms. Was it Friday night when we were setting up? You could hear it outside. And it was like, but it stopped raining enough for us to get home and everything. So everything was, you know, cool for us. But I feel sorry for those people in Texas and, was it Oklahoma, that had the tornadoes and the bad storms. I mean, as many times as I have moved, or we have moved and lived in different parts, we have literally been through earthquakes, hurricanes, tornado, and floods. I think that's all that she can throw at us, right? Oh, I haven't had a tsunami, but not that I'm wishing it on me. I don't want it. But I've lived through all of them. The eye of the hurricane and everything. Northeast of Carbondale. Oh, cool. Hello, Jenny. Hello, Miss Joanne. All right, do I have one more? I have one more. So, see how this is like fluffing up? You can take it and you just got to work it around. Make sure you curls so that it can lay more flatter, but we'll squish it too. So instead of being it like where you want to puff it up like this, we want to take it and reverse it. And just play around with it until you get it to where you want it. Get it in there. Alright, so last baby. North of Evansville. I know where that is. I don't know all the places there in Illinois. Oh my God. Do you know I used to say Illinois because I had the S, and a lot of people may still say that because they think of the S on the end. And it's just like with Louisiana, you put, you know, whatever town you're from, you put LA, and people think you're from California instead of Louisiana. I was like, kind of thing. Come on. Tie. There we go. Got it. Got it. Whoops. You know, Laura, I never used to do these, and I've known Millie Mae for, you know, I'm not personally, but I've watched her videos over the past year or so plus. And I always say, oh, I'm going to do that, going to do that, going to do that. And this is actually my third one in doing it. I did the, it was a camper one, an RV camper, and that one got sold to Canada. Went out, the lady bought it on Mother's Day. So I shipped that out on Tuesday. So hopefully, I haven't seen her on my page, so I don't know. She hasn't said anything. She didn't get it, but I don't know how actually long it takes to get to Canada. You know, even though I ship it the same way I do everything else. But, so I'm hoping she'll come on and let me know she got it. Oh, you guys are talking to each other. Okay, cool. I always butt in on conversations when people are talking to each other. And then I'm like, what? I'm only using 2 layers. I wasn't sure if I was going to do 3 layers, but this mesh, it's a poly jute mesh. And that's why I left it up here, because it's actually really thick. So I wasn't sure if I added it, you know, and to fill it in, this actually filled in really well. I'll put that down here because I always knock this thing off. And thickness, like you can't see through it. So I wasn't sure if it was going to be thick enough that way, you know, because it has the brown and the white, you know, off-white. And sometimes when you do white off-white, you know, it's a little bit more see-through. But the this is the jute and this is the poly. So it's actually pretty thick. And I was happy for that. Hey, Lucinda, how are you? New York City, but I'm from Central New York or upstate New York, and then they also listen. There you go, Laura. I'm from Long Island, born and raised. My husband was from Albany, New York, and so I know about it. We always say the island. We're from the island, and then you have the city, and then we had upstate. So when I met him, because I had, back then I had a real, like, you know, hey, you know, kind of accent. And to me, he had more of the hillbilly. We used to call them hillbillies, at least from the island. We used to call them hillbillies up there. Hey, Janet. Across the river, yeah. So I met him when he went to West Point. Where's the other one? And that's how we met. I was on the equestrian team at my school, and they were having a show up there, and I met him. But it's funny how everybody you say New York, and they just automatically go New York City. They don't think about it. Oh, that's sharp. Pliers. I'm just going to crimp that down. Got one. Where's the other one? When they're short like this, and it's the same as doing it on the back on a wreath, I always make sure that it's crimped down, you know, tight, so that, you know, nobody gets their fingers caught on it, because that hurts. Those little things hurt. Deborah! Hey, my friend! I am doing this. We're doing a golf. How's Whitney today? She doing better? Oh, I'm a little slow, Laura. Yippers, they do. It's less material because you think this is only 12, you know, ruffles in here, whereas normally you would think of doing 18, you know, ruffles in there. So, 18 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 ruffles in there It is layers. Okay, what a pancake wreath means is this. See how narrow this wreath is? So right now, if I were to measure this, and you can take, I had it here too, and I put it in the bag. You take a toilet paper roll when it's empty, you stick it in, that's 4 inches long. So this won't be any taller than 4 inches long. Now mine may be a little bit more, but so that this would fit inside a screen door. So we're gonna measure it out once I get it all done, see where the bow comes out to be, because I didn't make this bow specifically for this. It was a bow I made on my other live the other night, and I thought it would go with this. So that's why they call it the pancake wreath, because it's nice and flat. I'm so happy she's doing much better. That's all you can ask for, is that, you know, she gets well quick. That's it. Your kind of wreath, your kind of colors, my friend. Do you play golf, Deb? I'm just going to open this one up a little bit. There we go. Thanks, Janet. I made it on my live. It's so funny. This is how weird Facebook is. Facebook tells you, you can't do this, you can't do that, you know, kind of stuff. So I literally, at my friend's house, was sitting on a bed making these wreaths, these bows. I think I made about 4 of them. And I was just showing, like, this one being just all, you know, the same color palette. You know, so it's all in green. And I did one that, you know, I did it all in 1.5 inch. One, I think it was all in 2.5 inch, except for maybe this. I'm trying to think. I have them hanging all over the place, and I can't see one. So just to show different ways you can use the ribbon is what I did. Oh, there you go. You know, Deborah, you can hang your wreaths on your screen door. You know that because you have that overhang. You don't have to hang them in between. Just to let you know. And I got to get with you still with the milk cartons because I'm trying to find those for you, and you said you wanted white. I'm sure even with a bow it will fit. Oh, it should fit no problem. I just don't know the depth, and that was something I kind of guessed. I did put this on my Etsy shop if anybody does want to buy it. It is available for you. The only thing would be, I think I put 5 inches as the depth on it. But it may be less because I did, where's the other one I did? Hold on. I twisted this like 12 times, it seems like. I did the camper one. Where's the other one I did? Oh, it was a ladybug one. And that bow was a little bit poofier, but it came out to 4.5 inches. So this may be close to 5, I think, which will still fit in between your doors. I'm sorry. Yes, I know, but I like it on the door, even when the door is open. Oh, that's fine. But do it however you want, my friend. Let me curl this little baby down. There we go. All right, so let's fix these babies out. Yeah, when you do you know, where you want to hang it, like I've had some people hang it, you know, inside the door, outside the door. The outside the door, they'll put a hook, or they'll use one of these command hooks, or they've used those like big suction cup hooks, you know, on there. And the same with on the inside of the door, or they've hung it, like I have one lady who hangs hers, a little Carolynne in my view. Yeah, you're funny, Deborah. You're so funny. And they've hung it on mirrors. They had like shutters or something like over a table, and they've hung it on that. You can hang it over the fireplace. You could put it in a bathroom. You could put it on a door. You could put it on a wall. You could put it on a window. It doesn't matter. Just have fun. you want to take this wreath, you want to take the sign off and put a centerpiece in here, you can do that if you want to do that, you know, because the sign is only going to be twist tied on. You can always take the sign off. So keep that in mind. Ouch. Get down there. There we go. I know. Yeah, Deb. So, oh, I hope you don't mind. Oh, good. Good. Deborah had a space. You would open her door, and then she, into her living room, and she had a chair there. And behind it, she had, I think you had wall sconces and something else. And she's like, I don't know what to put back there. And I said, put a wreath. You could change it out for the different seasons and stuff. And she's like, oh no. So she bought one of my wreaths and she put it up there and sent me a picture. And it was like perfect in between the two wall sconces. And it does look beautiful. And so you can, like I said, you can put these anywhere you want. Just be, you know, have fun with it. Try it out. If you don't like it, take it away. Put it above your bed. Put it in a bathroom. You know, I went into my dentist's bathroom and she has a eucalyptus one. And I swear that eucalyptus has probably been there. I've known her for 22 years. It's probably been there for 22 years. And I held my hand up against it and it's probably a little bit past 6 inches long. And I'm like, I got to find something I can do for her, you know, to put in there. And I haven't come up with what I want to do yet. But I just want to because I think it needs a little help. Now, the sign on this, I'm going to put more towards the bottom. So I really want to make sure my tails are facing more down. But once I get the sign up here, now I can put it in the middle. We'll see. We'll see when we put it on. What we're going to do. It doesn't matter. You can put it in the middle, put it at the top, put it at the bottom, whatever. Oh, maybe we'll put it at the top with the bow hanging down from below. Didn't think about that. Oh, I got a bow. Bow's going to go on it. Just a matter of where I'm going to put the bow. That's what I got to do. And think of Father's Day, y'all. Let's make a great Father's Day gift for somebody. Hold that thought. This one, I noticed the wire. I saw a piece of it. The wire had broken. Oh. Come here, you. Come here, you. Stay. Stay. I'm going to have to redo that one. So I don't like that when it breaks. So I have an extra one just in case. Oh, yeah. I don't know what I would do. I looked for pictures that, you know, or a tooth or something like that. I gotta cut some of this. And I couldn't find anything like that to put on it. And it's in her bathroom, which is like in the hallway. Like you come up the stairs and the bathroom's there and then you have to open up to go to the office. And she's the only one there. There's no like anybody else uses the bathroom per se. And stuff. So I just, her colors are like ours is that hunter green and stuff. So I think it was, I don't even know what color it was because it looks so old, like it's like dried out. Because eucalyptus is, when you buy it, you know, it's, I don't want to use the word greasy. Hey, Christy, how are you? Oh, yeah, I was trying to find like a tooth sign or something and, you know, thinking I could do something, but I looked and there were no tooth signs. But the eucalyptus, it like, the colors come off on your finger when it's brand new. And after a while, it kind of dries out. So I don't want to do eucalyptus on it. That I know. And I don't know if I just want to do it a greenery with a bow. I haven't, because she has some little dental gizmos on her desk, but not very like foo-foo-y, you know. And she rides horses and all, but the bathroom is like dark green, so you're like, it's just a powder room. But it's just like, it needs something. All right, so now the sign. So here are our options. We got a lot of options. Oops, let me put these behind so that doesn't distract you. I I can get him to stay behind. We could put it more towards the top and then have our bow down here if we want to do it that way. We could put it in the middle with the bow up top. We could put the sign down below with the bow up top. We could do this on an angle with the bow up top like that. So you guys tell me. Now what you're thinking, I'm going to look at it my way and see which way I like, and I'll tell you which way. I'm not going to give it, oh, I could put the bow down below here too with the sign in the middle. Oh, I didn't think about that. It'd be boring at the top. Is on the side. Hello, Christy. Is on the side? On the side. You mean on the angle on the side, Deborah? So if I angle it, I don't want to put it off to the side like this. Let me turn it upside down so I can see that. Ah, I could do that. Is that what you're talking about? Like that, Deborah? No angle. It looks good. Sign in the middle and bow underneath. So we got sign in the middle with bow underneath. So Deborah likes it this way. It's kind of not quite in the middle with the bow here. And Lucinda says the same. Okay. Sally, you're outvoted. Sorry. We're going to do it this way. So it's a little bit off-centered with the bow. I think that would look cute. Good suggestion, ladies. Poor Sally. So what I'll make sure as I'm doing this that I want my tails down so that they're not going to get covered by the pipe cleaners. That would be the idea. Or if so, it goes in between. Alright, so let's do this, baby. Get it through. And put this one through here. So, see my little sign here, y'all? Be more than happy. You can bless the page, which is another for that S word that's down there. Tell your friends about us. Or me. I say us. It's just me. No, it's not going to be tilted. I didn't like the tilted. I mean, I did and I didn't. So I agree, Sally. It's not going to be tilted. It'll be straight across. The bow will be tilted, though. And I'm going through the mesh. This one side, where I twisted it. Yeah, it's not going to be angled. It'll be straight. I didn't like the angle. I think it was because the bow tails, if they were a little bit longer, maybe it would have been okay on the angle. But no, I like it straight across. I do. Alright, so let's see. Yuppers. So I got this on diagonal right now. So let me just put the two diagonals on a little bit. And then you can see. Oh, thank you, Deb. Thank you for blessing me. Spread the love. Come join me. You can join me by typing the word alert down below. And Rosie will send you a message in the messenger, your personal messenger, and respond back to her with the word alert. And then you can tap it anywhere on the screen. And those three little buttons will pop up. And you can also get notifications that way. So that way you get it two ways. You know, in case you're not on Facebook, the messenger, you'll see that. If you're on Facebook, then you'll see it that way too. Hey, Jacqueline. How are you? Oh, I did pull this one through. Okay, I'll make sure my tails before I mess that up. Alrighty. Get this one. Now I can always go back and tighten this. And I will wrap these around. I like sewing needles. This thing goes wrapped around all around the place. Oops. Alright, so we'll fix those later. Just put them in here for now. Tails come out. Tails come out, come out, come out. Wherever you are. Let's get that bow going. And like I said, so now what I did with the bow, let me see. I can't remember how long I made this one. This is... Is that 5 inches or 6 inches? This is 5-inch loops on the first one, the biggest one. Then I went a little shorter on this one. No, actually I made this one the same. So these loops here are 5 inches on each side, the big loops. Then the little green one, which was next, I did that at the same size, so that kind of pockets in between the two big ones. Then the next one I went a little bit smaller, then a little bit smaller. And then I just kind of looped around like the breast cancer ribbon, you know, kind of things. Looped that around, made sure my tails were out so you could see it. So let's put this on and then we can fluff this. Oh, I'm going to have to stand up. I may disappear. I may disappear. And there's my New Yorker. Disappear. See where I want this. I kind of want it off to the side here. Let me pull that tail there. And do that. Here's one. Let's pull this one down through. Cut the thumb off. That's funny. Because that's considered the LIK. When everybody presses on things, that's the first word. You know, like if you press on somebody, you want to respond to them, and it has the LIK. And they're saying it's so easy for everybody just to do that. And but if they hold it a little bit longer and get one of the emojis, that's what they want to see as the reaction. You know, if you want to call it facial reaction, whatever, you can. But and that's what they're looking for. But between now and July, I may change it because we all went through the same thing back in the fall with all this, and then they changed it back. So who knows? I don't think my tails are going to be cut. I just have to layer them a little bit. I didn't fluff it since I squished the whole thing again. Because I do like it. See, I can cut it a little bit so it doesn't cover the sign. All right, so that's what it's going to look like. What do you guys think? Besides me cutting off the tails. So let me cut those off just a little bit. So now what I'm going to do is make this like a waterfall. So waterfall. It's my New Yorker again. And I want it to kind of cascade up. So it gets smaller and smaller. You know, the tails get shorter and shorter, not smaller and smaller. Good, Carolyn. As it goes up. Does that make sense? So you can see one tail underneath it. Here's the one underneath. That one's fine. This one needs to be a little shorter. So if you look at it, I'll show you these three. I'm upside down and backwards. So see how they kind of cascade up like that? So you could see one on top of the other, technically. But we don't care. They're not going to be laying on top of each other. But it's so that you can see the, you know, each of the ribbons is what it is. Because what's the sense if you can't see the one that's underneath? Defeats the purpose. See a little string here. It's bugging me. Okay. So then this will be a little shorter. Gotta watch it you don't clip your fingers off. That would be a major owie. And I'm going to leave that one the length that it is. So now I have all 4, with the exception of the small one. So technically you could see all 4 of the green layers on there. So it's the dark green solid, the check, then the green and the plaid. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to fix my tails that are kind of hidden underneath, making sure they're okay. Pull them out. And again, this is flat. This is not poofy. Oh gosh, that tail got really mangled under there. Come here, tail. And now we'll just straighten where we want how we want the tails to hang. If I want it more this way, and I think I want it a little bit on the angle here. I think that one needs to be a little shorter. There we go. It's going to cover the sign a little bit, but. And now with this, now the same thing. I can leave it so that the bow lays flat, you know, like this, because we, you know, we're thinking that it's going to go in between a door. So you can just, you can poof your tail, oh my God, my language today. The sign I got from Christina's Creations, she was selling as a kit, like not a kit. So I got the golf ribbon and the sign as a package, so to speak, or that's how she was selling it. So I don't know if she has any more, but check Craft Outlet. Check there. Because I believe you might be able to find it there. Oh, no problem, Laura. Hey, Sherry, good. Just make sure when Rosie sends you a message in her personal messenger that you respond back alert in there. All right? All right, so let's figure out, let's measure this here. So in the center here, I can find a hole. From here, it's, wow. To the sign here, it's only 3 inches. I know you can't see it. And I don't know, it's literally 3 inches from here to the sign. So now with the bow, see, if I fluff these down a little bit, and again, depending on the mesh that you use, you know, some of the mesh is not as stiff, so it's easy to work with. It's about 4 inches. About 4 inches. Now with the bow, about 5.5, so that's still good. Using my bows might make it like 6 inches. Now again with this, you can leave it flat, the ribbon, or you can take it and just see how it curls it just like that with your fingers. Just kind of curl it up. If you want to bend it up a little bit, you can. So, kind of weird doing this upside down. To me. I'm going to curl it a little bit. So the curl gives it some dimension to it. But again, you don't have to do that. You can leave it flat since this is, like I said, the pancake wreath. So you can leave it more flatter if you want to. But you see how it gives it a little bit dimension to it. So, voila. The wreath is done. Except for the back. I have to cut all those doohickeys off. Now what I do to hang these babies, these are light. So I would take, I think I have one made. Nope, I only have that one made. A red one. I could use red since I have one made already. So I take 2 pipe cleaners and I twist them together is what I do. I find where I want it to hang. on the back. Now, by ideally, it would be great if I did it on a crossbar, but I didn't do that. So mine's going to hang somewhere in between the crossbar, and I just kind of hang it with my finger, and then I'll put it on the wreath stand behind me, just to make sure. I'm going to squish this again, and what I do is I give it like one twist in here just to kind of hold it in place, and then I take these and I just twist tie them together. Thanks, Sally. Thanks, Barbara. And I just twist them. Now, my loop is very big. I give it the option to the owner. They can make it smaller if they want to. See, I even make sure those aren't sticking out. And there you go. Voila. Easy peasy. That came out cute. I'm so glad I did that bow. I did not know I was going to use this bow with this. And I think it worked out perfect, in my opinion. In my opinion, there's a piece of wire hanging out here. I made the frizzy come out. There we go. Wire and the frizzy. Come on, frizzy. Oh, I hate that. There we go. Hey, Vicky. Hello, my friend. This is what we just made. And look, ladies, we started at 7 o'clock. It is 8:11. Probably would have been in sooner if I didn't yucky out, which I love doing with you guys anyway. And it's done. And hopefully somebody would like a golfing ribbon. It is a wreath. It is available on my Etsy shop. It's already there. You'll see a big thing that says Facebook Live. So if you do want to purchase it, you can go right ahead and knock yourself out. And I will, if you buy it tonight, I can get it out tomorrow to y'all, because I'm that way. If somebody buys something, it's out by the next day. Or if not, the same day, depending on the time that they actually buy it. Because I want my customers to have their, or my guests, I should say, their wreaths when they should. Now, I'm going to ask you guys a question. What do I have back there? Let me just, if I set it over there, I'm going to trip on it. Let me put it over here on top of these pillows. So here's the question. This is the one I want to do. All right. So I'm going to move you guys in a little bit closer. So I'm going to disappear out of the picture. And that way you can see what I'm going to ask you. Okay. So bear with. Here come the rocky seas. That should work. Perfect. And I will take any suggestions on this, okay? Now I want to make it, of course, into a wreath. And I'm going to cut these, it comes with this, like, let me move these before they go flying off the table. I'm going to cut this wire and the raffia off, just because I don't want that on there. I could put a little bow of flower or something up there if I think it's going to be an issue. I mean, or I can just take this and bend this back here, but I don't want to. The way they curled it here, it's just kind of like a spring, and it just doesn't, you know, look that good, in my opinion. So, this is what I've picked out, and let me explain. So, I was thinking, I haven't picked out the mesh yet, okay? So, I was thinking of doing this in the tails, because the flip-flops are yellow. They have a white stripe and a green in it. And the green, you know, is polka dot with the pink and everything. Let me take all these off. Okay. Oops. So the colors that are in here are red, white, gray, black. Has a fuchsia green, a yellow, gray, blue, pink, are the colors that are in here. Okay. So I was thinking to do this for the tails, because I thought, oh, you know, it's a lot of red. So I'll do the red, and I thought, you know, bring it out. I didn't want to do green with white polka dots because it just didn't, to me, it didn't look good. So I thought the yellow. Then I was thinking, because it's flip-flops, I don't have surfboards, but this, oh, do I have one open? Yes. But here's my question to ask you if you think it's going to look good. So I picked out this. This is like a gray or like a charcoal with black. So I thought, you know, that would pick up the gray and the black out of, you know, the picture. I thought of putting flip-flops. I have these because it picks up all the colors in here, right? This is going to be the bow like that. Then I thought bringing the black and white, the red and white back in, and then topping it with the yellow to kind of tone down the red a little bit. So what do you guys think? Do you think that'll work? I always ask you guys opinions. And like I said, I haven't decided on the mesh base yet. I picked out all the colors, but nothing for the mesh. So tell me what you guys think. Think away, think away. Ooh, all these things are popping up. I hate that. Because depending how it goes tomorrow with the guys, I want to do another live with you guys. So you think this is cool, Sally? I wasn't sure because this was so pink. You know, it has all those pink colors in it. But it's the flip-flops. I gotta have flip-flops in there. I wish I had surfboard ribbon, but I didn't. I don't. I don't. Oh, good, Vicky. Okay. So I think that we'll try this one tomorrow. All right. Well, that's my goal, is to do it tomorrow. It might be in the morning. Not sure about this. I think once this goes on top, so if you, hold on. Let me move this out of the way. So if this is how sometimes I do it. I will take whatever I'm going to put this on, lay it out. I think I have a red frame with the red doohickeys on it. Can't get my words out. And doing on that. This will turn, because this is so bright, this is just like a base color, if that makes sense. Because I always try to do something that's the pop of color on it. This is the one I was like, eh. Now I do have this in blue, which might be better. I think it's in blue. So that's what it would kind of look like. But this is the one I was a little bit worried about. But I have a, ooh, it's a picture. This may not work. I mean, I could go solid. This, I just didn't know about these two together. And I could put the yellow up against the red on top. I could do it that way. Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking. If I took this one out. Ah, it's the wrong blue. Look at, I got a ribbon all over it. I thought of this one. Oh, it's on the floor now. So if you think of a loop, and this is another loop on top. Hey, Christina. I know the red goes with the truck. I mean, I got blues in here, different shades of blue, which would pick up that blue, because that's like a gray blue, and it's like, eek. And I was thinking again, here I'm like hooked on this pancake method. So this would be like this. That would kind of be your bow. Let me lay it out so you can see the colors a little bit better underneath. Like that. Or I can switch, put the yellow here, and then put that on top like that. I know, I like it too. Denim blue, I do. I have it in a dark blue and I have a light blue, I think. Or like a navy blue. I know it's something's just not jive. I mean, I like I like the flip-flops because it brings in all the colors, but maybe that's what's throwing me off so much. So, oops. Let's see. Let's just take the red out for a minute. We know the tail. I think these are cool for the tails. So let's see what this would look like. What do you guys think of that? Moss green. Just set that there. This is too dark, this one. Just set. You know, I hesitated with the green. I have I was trying to bring some sparkle into it. Thanks, Sally. Thanks, Nona. Oh my God, I just realized that said Nona. First choice. God, what was my first choice? That's with the red. I don't think the green. I don't think the green. Because it's so red. You know? And we know not this one. You know, the red, I could still add the red. I don't have to take it out. I think what it is, or was, is that if I put the red, where are you? Next to the blue, it may not look as bad. It's just that it was up against this. Or I could switch these two. Like that. That may work. I mean, if this doesn't work, I can change this out. That may be it too. I have a black and white one. You like the red on top? Do you like it with the black? Or this is kind of like a denim. It's like a gray denim. Because once you poof all this out, so what do you think of this black? I got it pinned in my mouth. Let me take that. What do you think of the black? Tires are black. I know, but this had the black in it, and it had the gray, like, you know, so that's why I thought this one. If I do this, it's the same ribbon as this. I'm gonna think about it. I know, I do like these two together. I do like it with the red, and I'm gonna have to look to see. Maybe I have a different red that's not so in your face. Maybe. Yellow looks good, blue looks good, and flip-flops are good. So is the gray. Gray, okay. So we like the gray. I think once I put the bow, you're not going to see this as much because you'll see these other colors on there. That's just a base, just to kind of take away from so much of the red, you know, because we have the red on the tails and like the wheels is what I was, you know, this is how my train of thought thinks, like the wheels, and then you got the flip-flops. Don't have a surfboard, but, and then tying it. I have all kinds of funky black. Maybe it's, if I find a different, if a Harlequin would go, or a diamond, or chevron, really. I don't know. I'll look. But if not, it will be this. All right. So this is what I'm going to do. Whoops. Around. Gotta flip, you guys. Connection. Why is it saying connection? My battery better not be dying. That thing is plugged in to Wazoo. Alright. So I'll figure it out. I'm going to do another live with you guys this week with doing this one. Like I said, I almost did this one. No. And, but I wasn't sure on my ribbons and what I wanted to do for the base yet. And that's still what I got to have. I was thinking that the brown, you know, like the jute for like the sand. See how my mind goes crazy? So I'll see. Light blue mesh. Do I have light blue mesh? I don't know. And I don't know if I'm going to do it in, you know, curls, ruffles, or what. I haven't thought that far on it. But like I said, when I turned and saw the golf thing, I said, oh, I could do my golf one. Got to do the golf one tonight. So anyway, that all being said, y'all, thank you for your opinions. I'm going to put it here. We'll have to see. Like, what is the sign for? The sign? It says welcome summer. So you put it on the wreath just to give it. You could, you know, and I was using the flip-flops and stuff like that, Christina. Is that what you're asking? Is it for... Oh, yeah, it's for a wreath, Christina. I just haven't pulled it out. This was something I was debating. We finished the other wreath, the golf wreath. Did you see that one? If not, I'll show it to you. This is the one we did tonight. We did this one. Oop, now can you see because I shifted the camera. So we did this one tonight. And this is one I was thinking about doing tonight instead. And, but I went with this one instead. And this one I want to do with you guys anyway. Oh, it will look pretty. I always ask you guys' opinion because I value it. And you guys sometimes throw something at me, which I didn't think about. And it's always nice. I like getting you guys involved. So, but now you have to wait to see what tomorrow I actually pick out. Or tomorrow, I'm going to see if I can go tomorrow. I do have to have Munchkin tomorrow. And depending what time the workers come, I'm going to sleep in 12 o'clock. And they probably still won't be here. You know how that's going. Thanks, my dear. So what I'm going to say for now is I will see you later. And that my name is Carolyn because I always forget. I should put a name tag on myself. Get a name tag. Carolyn, NonnasNuttykrafts, because I always forget to say my name because I just think you guys always know me. So I will see you guys next time on Nonnas and Nutty wreaths, or crafts and wreaths. And we'll see you then. Bye.